My sister-in-law hates my son just because her brother is the father?
Sister-in-law, brother, son. I think we're going to need the whiteboard.
I need the
this.
whiteboard. My brain cannot comprehend that. So I wrote this post earlier, but a lot of people insinuated that my husband did things to my sister-in-law, so time to add ages. I, 30-year-old female, am married to my husband, a 30-year-old male. We have a 10-month-old son. My husband was no contact with his family from the ages of 21 to 28 because they were nasty to him. By the way, this comes from U-Technical Potato 443 on the ROK Storytime subreddit. So he's autistic and they bullied him for it. So they also weren't a fan of me. I met my husband when he was 16 years old. At the time, I was in a relationship with someone else and my husband and I were just friends. The person I was with turned abusive very fast and I had trouble getting out. Husband helped me. We've been dating since we were 18 years old. Family was very against him helping me get out of the relationship because of reasons they still haven't told us. His sister, the one in question, was 2 years old at this time. He has not lived at home since his sister was 4. Sister-in-law is 15 years old right now. From what I've heard from sister-in-law, mother-in-law, father-in-law, and all other relatives, my husband and sister-in-law were very close. He was excited to have her become an addition to the family. He played with her and really went into the big brother role for her. He still tries to, but he's a very bad communicator. He's in therapy, working on it. Sister-in-law was not a fan of me being pregnant. She avoided me, wouldn't look at ultrasound pictures, and wouldn't even look at me when I was pregnant. When my son was born, she avoided him and would run and cry when we asked her to hold him. We had no idea why. We had theories. She's scared to hurt him. Maybe she doesn't like me because for a long time his family didn't. Maybe because the baby is mixed race or jealousy. Nope. She said at a family dinner to everyone that it's because of who my son's father is, her brother. She doesn't like my son because her brother is the father. She said if the baby was someone else's child, she would be okay with him. Mother-in-law started laughing because she thought it was hilarious. My husband's older sister was confused. Husband was pissed but stayed quiet. I was shocked. Father-in-law said, that's still your nephew. It shouldn't matter. I asked husband's aunt and grandmother what they thought, and they think it's because mother-in-law encourages sister-in-law to be immature and manipulative. If sister-in-law cries, mother-in-law caves and does whatever she wants. Husband is just hurt and wants to keep the baby away from her. To those saying that my husband did something to her, I 100% doubt it. My husband as a teenager was very introverted and wanted to be alone. He didn't want to be around his family and would interact with his sister when he was forced to, but he still loves her and has nothing against her. He just didn't want to be around his parents. I'm not asking for advice. I'm just venting. I'll be talking with husband's grandma Saturday to see what we should do. Well, this isn't a good update, kinda. I talked to multiple family members on my husband's side, and they all agree that what sister-in-law said and mother-in-law's reaction was out of line and not okay. Husband aunt said that sister-in-law is spoiled, entitled, and mother-in-law has raised a very immature teenager. I don't know if this is relevant, but I found it interesting. Sister-in-law has a boyfriend and he worships the ground she walks on. She, on the other hand, doesn't even want to be around him. She just orders him around like a servant. This is what I was told. All this came to a head when we went to another dinner with them.
I just remembered a very sad, tragic tale.
Oh, what is it?
I remember when a young Samuel Donner, he wanted to join the cool kids, but instead of labeling you as one of the cool kids,
They called me Salad Boy because I ate nothing but salads. Could not trade my lunch for a lunch. Really anything.
You know what community will always welcome you with open arms, Sam?
And make you feel like a cool kid?
The great people who have OK Storytime memberships.
Oh, I heard that 60 plus hours of members only content Monday, Wednesday, Fridays.
You heard right, Sam, and it's only $5 a month.
So go to the link in our description, youtube.com/OKOP show/join. Now back to the story.
Chomp, chomp.
We planned to talk it out, but so many things happened that we decided to slowly go low contact. I had mother-in-law watch my son for 2 minutes while I went to the bathroom. In that time, my son almost choked on food I explicitly said not to give him. Sister-in-law called him a stupid baby. Husband's oldest sister tried giving my son some booze.
Okay, I think I know why, though. Let's keep going.
What's so? Oh my
I think
god,
it's probably
awful.
for teething. It's probably for teething.
Okay.
Yeah,
Because
which
I
is
hear
like
that, I'm like, what? Is this a thing?
it is a thing,
Oh,
but
you put
it's
some
like
on their tongue?
it's like back when like the freaking Wild West. Like it's not a thing anymore, but it was at one point.
Jesus.
A thing.
All this happened in the span of 20 minutes.
By the way, which is crazy to do that, and it's not your kid.
Yeah, well, someone's not
Making that call when you're literally not even
Ali,
the
just
parent is
a nip
insane.
of whiskey. You know? My husband left with his dad to the store, so I couldn't just leave, but we left when he came back. After all that happened, husband is furious. I haven't mentioned it to husband's family yet, but we decided it would be best if we spent more time with the extended family and not waste time with them. If you're wondering where my family is in all of this, I live very far away from them. Sister-in-law is now 16 years old. Her birthday was a few days ago. We did not attend her party. Okay, update number 2.
Yes, second update. Let's hit it.
So I thought I was going to update again, but oh Lord, Christmas. Plus, this is more of a mini update and more insight in who my sister and mother-in-law are. My grandfather and cousin came to visit me. My in-laws extended a visit to my family members to see them for Christmas dinner. Oh Lord, Christmas.
Oh Lord, Christmas.
Oh Lord, Christmas. My mother-in-law and sister-in-law did not greet, speak, or acknowledge my grandpa and cousin. My grandpa tried talking to mother-in-law, just chit-chat, and she clearly wasn't paying attention. At one point, my grandpa said, well, OP and husband are such wonderful parents. Mother-in-law didn't even respond. She just looked at my grandpa. Sister-in-law cried the whole time.
Sorry. It was almost fast enough. I was like, sister-in-law and mother-in-law have chosen violence. Ice cold.
Ice cold violence. She just looked at my grandpa and locked herself in her room when we showed up. Husband and I have come to a decision on the matter. We will be going very low contact with mother-in-law and sister-in-law. Father-in-law and my son are very close, so I will be around them because I can't take that away from my son. However, it will be made aware that we will be taking a step back. So they're going low contact and they're going to name it to them.
Very good. Very good.
I'm still on the like, why? It seems like they were doing all this detective work of like, and then this happened and then they're just annoying and bad. It seems like, sure, they don't seem to be the most emotionally mature people, but it seems like if someone is crying, won't even look at your pregnant wife, and then when the baby is born is like, I can't even look at it. I'm going to cry and run away. It seems like something
is afoot,
needs to be said.
Right? Something's up. Something needs to be spoken. But I think
I said this earlier. I said this earlier, but I'm still just confused on why they can't just ask the sister-in-law.
I think the aunt briefly mentioned that the mom, the mother-in-law, which would be her sister, right? She has like an inside scoop.
Wait, the who?
OP's aunt, or the OP's aunt-in-law, right?
Okay.
The mother-in-law's sister said that she was raising a little gremlin child.
Sure.
A little nightmare lady. That it's sort of like the apple doesn't too far from the tree there. So mother-in-law is imprinting all of her negative toxic traits onto her daughter. And all that has been happening since the brother, OP's husband, has been out of the picture. So I think it's just gotten to a point where it's like there is no solving this situation because the problem is our presence. The problem is that we are here with our baby and we're taking attention away from, I think her dynamic with her boyfriend also speaks volumes.
We're making assumptions here, and
we are with the information we've been given.
Yeah, I'm just saying all of that could be true, but I just the point I'm trying to make is why can't we just ask?
It is fair. We should ask. I bet you they would not tell you though. I bet nothing's wrong. Go away. That's the 15-year-old's response. Mother-in-law is just gonna cry and be like, "How could you think that of me?" Because she's a manipulator.
I think if there's not physiological or psychological danger, this is a golden rule of Alex. I haven't made one. I'm making it right now.
Oh, we got the golden rule.
If there is not physiological or psychological danger before you make decisions to go no contact or low contact, in a lot of situations, you should probably have a conversation before you make that decision with.
Big facts. Can't disagree with that.
That's my golden rule.
I know there's exceptions. With that.
There's always nuance, but
speak.
That's my golden rule.
Speak to each other. That is the end of that story, which means that's the end of this episode.
Let's go.
So, if you love us, make sure you subscribe.
We love you.
And
see you tomorrow.